Hi again, Team Chino. What I'd like to share with you now is to actually finish up what we learned from the farming video I just did. And this is the exported file from the farm tool, and it downloaded, but then I couldn't show it to you. So this is what it looks like when we open the file up. It looks like an Excel spreadsheet. Now, it looks a little bit overwhelming because there is so much information here. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this database so that it could be a little bit more manageable for us. So let's take a look at column A on the left, and we see that it says unknown. We're going to just get rid of just superfluous information. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight column A, and then I'm going to hold my mouse down and then drag it over to column B and column C, and I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And the delete button is right here at the top towards the right side, and I'm going to click delete, and that deleted all those those three columns. So now let's delete a few more things here. Okay, so let's see, we don't need the APN number. We also don't need the bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, year built, and years owned. So I've highlighted this, dragged my mouse across these columns, and then now I'm going to click delete. So that deleted those columns. Now we're going to scroll over to the right, and I'm going to show you that there's so much more information that's unnecessary when we're trying to create a mailing database. So what I'm going to do is highlight Q, which is the use code. We don't need zoning, rooms, pool, and then all the way across to the edge. Okay, so then we're going to click delete, and it removes all those fields as well. Now it's starting to look like a mailing database, but not quite yet. So now what we're going to do is go back to the column A, and we're going to insert a few columns here because we're going to move things around. So see, I just inserted column A, and then we're going to insert another column, a few more columns, maybe a few more here. Okay, and then if you need to delete columns, we can, or if we need to insert columns, we also can do that. So we're going to take the owner's name. We want to put it in a format where we have the owner, then we have the street address, city, state, and zip code. Okay, so we highlight that entire column, and you see the cursor. I'm going to make it look like a cross with 4 arrows at each end. Okay, so I'm now going to drag it, and I'm going to drop it right here under column A. Okay, see, so now it's all the way over here, and I'm going to drag this A column to make it a little bit wider so we can see everything. Okay, so let us look at the mailing address. We want to take the mailing address, which is here, column R, and we're going to go ahead and highlight and make it look like 4 arrows, and I'm going to drag it all the way and try to drop it into column B. So this is the mailing address for the property. Okay, and so let's look at the mailing, the city. Okay, so here's S. We're going to turn the cursor into 4 arrows, and we're going to drag it all the way across to column C and drop it in. Okay, now we need to get the state. So here's the mailing address state. We need to make sure that it has 4 arrows. See, sometimes it doesn't have the 4 arrows. It might have just 2 arrows, but it has to have the 4 arrows so that we can go click it, keep it clicked, and then drag it all the way into the next column here. Let's get it over. We'll drop it in here, and that is the state. Then we will do our final one, which is the zip code. So it's column U. We highlight the entire section, the entire column. Now we make our cursor look like that arrow thing. Then we're going to drag it all the way and then drop it into column E. There we go. Okay. So on the left side here, you'll see some of these are going to be absentee owners, non-owner occupied, because their mailing address is different from the site address. So let's see if we can show you that. Well, I think they don't even have a site address. So we can actually delete some files. So let me show you how to do that. We'll highlight the Southern California Edison and then drag it through this up to the Southern California Edison. And then what we'll do is click delete. So there we go. It just deleted those particular files. So let us clean up some more. So we have the owner's name, the full name. This is saying owner first name and last name. And then we have owner 1, owner 2. But we're going to go ahead and highlight this entire section, and we're going to delete all of those columns. So now what we have is owner name. We're going to put their mailing address. And then this is their city. So we're going to just take off mail address city. We're just going to make this label city, and then we're going to make this label state. You see what I'm doing? And then see, this is the mailing address zip code. So up here in this section, I don't know if you can see, is that. So we just want it to say zip. So I'm going to take off and I'm going to delete the zip, mail address zip, and then just leave it this way. And this is the actual property address, but we don't need this because we're mailing to the homeowner. So whether they're owner occupied or non-owner occupied, we have a mailing address for them. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all those files. Okay. Now you could see that we have our zip code, and some of them might be off a little bit, like to the right. So I'm going to highlight the entire column, and then we're going to go up here where the alignment tool is, and I'm going to click this one that says align left, so everything aligns on the left side. Or if you prefer, you can align right, and so everything goes on the right side. Okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and do left for now. It just makes it look cleaner to me. So we have now the owner's name, the mailing address, the city, the state, and the zip. As you recall, in the previous video when we downloaded the database, we had 439. So let's see how much we have here. Okay, I'm scrolling all the way down. We have 435. It's really 434 because the first row are the labels: owner name, mailing address, city, state, and zip. And then, as you recall, we did remove the Southern California one. So we have 434 records. So here we have a clean database. All we need to do is we're going to go ahead and save it. And I'm going to say save as, and I'm going to choose my folder that I want to save it as. And I'm going to choose April 20 folder. And I'm going to call it cleaned up CSV farm file. Okay, file. Here we go. And I'm going to save. So whenever I want to open it up again, this is what it's going to look like. And this is what I would send to the printer if I were going to go ahead and send out postcards, or if I were going to upload it into a CRM database. But that's for another recording time. So I hope that this is helpful to you. Go ahead and test it out and see if you can make your farm looking like this. Okay, good luck and have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.